Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tracy Morris, and it is an amazing honor to be here to welcome you all on behalf of our Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and administration of Illinois Valley Community College to our 2025 Commencement program. I stand here proudly not only as the president of IVCC, but also as an IVCC graduate. Today is very special to me, as it is to each of you. Commencement is absolutely my favorite day of the year. It is our day to celebrate you. I have the wrong glasses on, sorry. I was too worried about my selfie. To our amazing graduates, their family, friends, and to our honored guests, our faculty and our staff, today you are a part of history. Our college had its origin in 1924 when LaSalle Peru Oglesby Junior College opened with 32 freshmen in the fall of 1924. At LPO's first commencement in June of 1926, 11 students graduated with an Associate of Arts degree. Today, the college serves approximately 7,500 students each year, and we have approximately 225 who've chosen to participate in today's commencement ceremony. You are now a part of our history. Starting last year with our 100th anniversary, we gave our graduates the choice of black or purple gowns, and I think it looks fantastic. Many of you are wearing your cords, you have unique shoes, maybe you have decorated your caps with such creativity. You make today special, and today we are here to celebrate you. We are proud of what the college provides for our community. IVCC offers associate's degrees in the arts, science, engineering science, and general studies, and offers 59 career and technical programs leading to an associate in applied science or a certificate. This year, 784 graduates have earned a total of 1,013 degrees or certificates. Let's give that a huge round of applause. At this time, we ask you to please rise and remain standing if you are able for the presentation of our national colors by the military veterans of the Oglesby American Legion, Post 237, the presentation of the national anthem by IVCC graduating student Lydia Dornick, and the IVCC Wind Ensemble.
beginning a career, or exploring new opportunities, know that you leave IVCC with more than just a degree. You carry with you experiences that have shaped who you are and will guide you wherever you go. Wherever your journey leads, remember that you will always be part of the IVCC family. This community celebrates your success and believes in what's ahead for you. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2025. Be proud of all you've accomplished and look ahead with confidence, curiosity, and courage. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Well done. We've made you a speaker, haven't we? Today we honor our country's veterans on Armed Forces Day, a holiday observed in some areas of the United States to honor all branches of the armed forces. Additionally, later this month on Memorial Day, we will remember veterans who have sacrificed their lives for our country. Before we proceed with this afternoon's ceremony, I would like to take a moment to recognize our military veterans. Each year, our graduating veterans have the opportunity to wear red, white, blue cords. Will our graduating veterans please stand and be recognized? Now I would appreciate it if all veterans in attendance, including our faculty, would please rise to be recognized. All veterans in the audience, please. From all of us to you, a sincere thank you for your service to our country. It is now my pleasure to introduce the IVCC Wind Ensemble under the direction of IVCC music instructor and conductor, Mr. Michael Pacherik. wind ensemble practices all year round and is made up of students, alumni, and community members. Would current and past students in the wind ensemble, as well as our wind ensemble in the back, please stand to be recognized. A tremendous thank you to Mike Pacherik and the IVCC Wind Ensemble. That was beautiful. Thank you for being a part of our special ceremony. The IVCC Board of Trustees is responsible for providing an environment where students can learn, faculty can teach, and staff can lead and serve. Elected and serving without compensation, the members of the board devote countless hours to ensure that the college is in a position to respond to the needs of the community that it serves, not only today, but well into our future. It is now, therefore, a special pleasure for me to introduce Mr. Jay McCracken, the chair of the Illinois Valley Community College Board of Trustees, who will introduce the members of the Board of Trustees in attendance this afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. Let's join another round of applause for our phenomenal IVCC President, Dr. Tracy Morris. It is indeed my pleasure to introduce members of the Board of Trustees who are able to be with us today. It is an honor to serve with this dedicated and excellent board. As I read their names, please hold your applause until all names are read. Secretary of the Board, Dr. Maureen Rebels of Peru. William Hunt of Oglesby. Marlene Mosaga of Utica. Everett Solon of Streeter. Danica Skoma, our 2025-26 student trustee, and our 2024-25 student trustee, Emma Gerritsen, who is graduating today. Let's show our deep appreciation for their service. In closing, the Board of Trustees expresses its most sincere congratulations to each of today's graduates. Thank you for choosing IVCC to further your education and for successfully completing the requirements for graduation. The board also acknowledges and thanks the amazing IVCC faculty, staff, and administration for the diligence and dedication they provide each and every day to help make IVCC the very best it can be for all of our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Also joining us on the platform this afternoon are Walter Zukowski, Board Attorney, Kathy Ross, Vice President for Business Services and Finance, Dr. Vicki Trier, Vice President for Academic Affairs. You guys standing up? Sorry, stand up when I call your name. Madonna Duncan, Director of Marketing and Communications. Mark Grzybowski, Vice President for Student Services. Mark, together with his excellent commencement team, have coordinated every detail of today's extraordinary event. An event like this takes months to prepare and thousands of details. Please join me in thanking our leaders for helping to make today possible. Each year, the Illinois Community College Trustees Association sponsors the Paul Simon Student Essay Contest to honor the late former U.S. Senator. This contest invites students from across the state to write about how community college changed their lives. Each college can submit one entry. The IVCC award for the winning student is funded by the Student Government Association. Maggie Yang is the IVCC winner of the 2025 Paul Simon Essay Contest. Unfortunately, Maggie's not able to be with us today, so her essay will be shared with you by Madonna Duncan, IVCC's Director of Marketing and Communications.
How IVCC Has Changed My Life by Maggie Yang. IVCC taught me that education is not just about transferring knowledge, but about igniting a spark. Here, every lost soul is seen as an uncut gem, and every scar reflects the light of hope.
In early 2024, I stepped into Illinois Valley Community College with shattered confidence. I was battling depression while struggling with ADHD, language barriers, and cultural adaptation. As an international student, I often felt isolated. Lectures were overwhelming, and even ordering coffee required rehearsing my words. Worse, in fall 2023, I lost my SEVIS status due to late registration, nearly forcing me to abandon my studies. I felt lost. But IVCC rekindled my hope. Vice President Mark Grzybowski personally helped restore my student status. The academic advising team guided me through course selection, ensuring a smooth return. Their support showed me that at IVCC, every student truly matters. Here, I met professors who not only taught, but truly cared. In music appreciation, after hearing my Arhu performance, instructor Michael Pacherik said, "This is one of the highlights of my 30-year teaching career." His words changed how I saw myself, not just an ESL student, but someone whose culture and voice mattered. We later exchanged over 20 letters discussing music and life. IVCC showed me that education is about connection, not just curriculum. Dr. Jean Forst's reading class was my first academic hurdle. She often asked, "Does this make sense? Is this helping?" Her patience made me want to learn, not just to pass, because I felt valued. When she learned about my depression, she teared up and said, "You're not alone. I'm here whenever you need help." IVCC became more than a school. It became my support system. Amanda Cook-Fesperman, who teaches African American history, changed how I saw the world. A white woman teaching Black history. She embraced all perspectives and encouraged critical thinking. For the first time, I realized I wasn't just a foreign observer. I had a voice. One day I emailed her my gratitude. She replied, "You are a great student, and I love having you in class and reading and watching your contributions." Her words reminded me, education's power is not just in learning, but in engaging and connecting. Every professor at IVCC embodies this spirit. Their passion shaped me. Today, I have overcome depression, hold a 4.0 GPA, and earned the President's Honors for 2 consecutive semesters. But beyond grades, IVCC gave me confidence, purpose, and belonging. Wanting to give back, I began sharing my IVCC journey on social media. To my surprise, over 1,000 followers worldwide, many who have never set foot on campus, now feel connected to IVCC through my story. IVCC has not only changed my life, it has inspired others through me. Start here, transfer everywhere. IVCC was not just my starting point, it was my rebirth. It taught me that education's power lies not in knowledge alone, but in igniting a flame, helping every lost soul find their light. Thank you.
Thank you, Madonna, for sharing Maggie's essay. I'm not sure if she's watching, but I hope she is. Every day, I'm so thankful to hear the amazing stories of our students, and Maggie's story speaks to the impact that those relationships with faculty and staff can make in a significant difference in the lives of our students. 4 members of the college's faculty and administration staff have either recently retired or will be retiring this year. I ask that our retirees in attendance please rise and remain standing as I call your name. Ron Grollo, Dean of Natural Sciences, Math and Business, 39 years of service. Dr. David Keister, Speech and Theater Instructor, 27 years of service. Dr. Rick Mangold, Psychology and Sociology Instructor, 30 years of service. and Nancy McDonald, cybersecurity instructor, 12 years of service. Together, these employees represent over 100 years of outstanding service to Illinois Valley Community College. And please join me in heartfelt wishes to Ron, David, Rick, Nancy, and a thank you to all of our dedicated employees. I would ask you to join me in a moment of silence for two members of our college community that we lost this year. First is faculty member Dr. Jean Forst. Dr. Forst was a dedicated and caring faculty member, as you heard in Maggie's essay, which was written before she passed away earlier this year. Our campus community was deeply saddened by Jean's loss in April. Dr. Forst always put the needs of her students at the forefront, and today she would be here beaming with pride today for all of you who were her students. Dr. Alfred Wiskowski passed away this week. Dr. Wiskowski served LPO and IVCC for 30 years, including 21 years as the president before retiring in 1996. Dr. Wiskowski is the longest serving president in the college's 101-year history and is the first and only LPO alumnus to serve as the president of the college. I am very honored to say that Dr. Wiskowski handed me my diploma here in 1991, and I often say I am pleased to be the first IVCC graduate to be the president. So today I take my duty very seriously to hand each of you your diplomas. If you would please join me in a moment of silence for Dr. Jean Forst and Dr. Alfred Wiskowski to thank them for the legacies they left to our college. Thank you. 34, I hate to say it, but 34 years ago, I sat where you are sitting to celebrate graduating with my Associate of Arts degree. My mom made me do it. She made me walk through graduation. Believe it or not, the speaker that day is actually on this stage with me now. Walt Zukowski was our commencement speaker. And Dr. Wiskowski, as I said, handed me my diploma on this stage in 1991. I have to admit, I do not remember a thing that Walt said that day. But having him here with us really shows one example of the commitment of our community and of our college employees. IVCC for me laid the foundation that I didn't realize that I needed. My faculty showed me that learning would be fun, and I'm thankful that even now, some of those faculty I still see from time to time are my greatest supporters. Graduates, it is my sincere hope that you will reach out and keep in touch with the faculty, staff, and others who impacted your life here at IVCC. It is our greatest joy to hear about your successes as you move on from IVCC. That's one of the many reasons that I am so honored to be back. My mom was a nursing student here. My stepdad did adult education courses when the steel mill closed. I was a student here. I started my career in higher education here in 2001. I learned how to be a manager and a leader here. My daughter went to preschool here. She later took kids camps and dual credit. And tonight she graduates with her bachelor's degree. We have celebrated milestones here together with our IVCC family. We have shared tears, and for me, this college is home. Graduates, wherever you go and whatever you do next in your lives, you will always have a home here at IVCC. Who knows, 34 years from now, you may be on this stage. Speaking of coming home, it is my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, IVCC alumna, Nikki McVeigh. Nikki has an amazing journey to share, and she is a shining example of the way that our alumni continue to support our college. They give back for future generations and make a difference in the world around them. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Nikki McVeigh.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Morris, esteemed members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, proud families and friends, and most importantly, graduates of IVCC's class of 2025. It is truly an honor to stand before you today. Thank you all for allowing me to share in this special moment with you. This was me about 1 week ago as I attended my Purdue University Northwest graduate nursing ceremony. I am going to be graduating in 1 more month after completing some classes as a family nurse practitioner. I understand where you are right now and the journey that you've been on. Graduates, here you are. You made it despite all of the obstacles, the responsibilities, sacrifices, and challenges. You showed up, you buckled down, and now we get to celebrate you, something of which you are truly deserving. As a graduate of IVCC CNA, LPN, and RN programs, I know firsthand the dedication, hard work, and perseverance required to get where you are today. When I started my academic journey, I relied on grants and scholarships to make my dream a reality. I was a single parent at the time and juggling the demands of family, work, and school. The fear of failure was real. At times, I wondered if I should withdraw from school and return to work to ease the financial burden. But my determination to succeed was stronger than any fear. I was determined to stay the course and push through. I wanted to set a good example to all of my children and demonstrate perseverance. Back when I attended IVCC, and I'm showing my age, all classes were in person. Online courses were not a thing yet. I had 20 to 30 minutes commute each day, and one morning I was quite tearful. I was sleep-deprived, weary, and fearful, and out of frustration, I jokingly looked up and said, "No, wait a minute." I said, "Help, H-E-L-P, not L-L." And as I continued to drive on the scenic drive through Starved Rock, the back way from my home, I could see the sunlight peeking through the treetops, and I took that as an encouraging sign. And I felt a sense of hope fall over me. So I wiped my eyes and my snotty nose, and I prayed in that moment and promised that if I could just get through the nursing program, I would someday give back and help others in similar situations. In 2001, I graduated with my RN degree, and in 2017, I returned to IVCC, and with the help of my husband, Doug, and the IVCC Foundation, started the Doug and Nikki McVeigh Healthcare Scholarship. To date, I am honored to say that there have been 16 recipients who have gone into such fields as nursing, physical therapy, optometry, and medicine. Doug and I are so incredibly proud of these students and the work of the foundation at IVCC. Tracy Beatty and Donna Swiskowski, thank you so much for all of your help and support in achieving this. My husband, Doug, is seated right over there. You're not escaping this. Please stand up and say hello. I am forever grateful for the education and support I received from IVCC during my time as a student. Their support and belief in me were an integral part of my success, and I know many of you have experienced the same. Please know that your sacrifice, commitment, and hard work will truly pay off. As I prepared this speech and reflected on my personal, professional, and academic experiences, I kept coming back to a mantra I adopted over the years that helped me along the way. Get comfortable doing the uncomfortable. We tend to seek comfort out that provides immediate gratification. So we may mindlessly scroll on the phones, we binge watch our favorite shows, procrastinate when it's time to work on assignments or do our to-do lists, because those things bring us immediate comfort. The issue is this brings us no measurable gains. There's no forward movement, no growth. There is purpose, you see, in being challenged. It can inspire us to rise to the occasion and become focused under pressure. I challenge you all to seek discomfort, not recklessly, but deliberately. It may be 5 minutes, 1 hour a day. Whatever it takes, position yourself to do the unfamiliar. Do the thing you've been avoiding and putting off. Because here's the truth, growth comes from discomfort. Comfort comes through repetition, familiarity, and showing up consistently. I cannot tell you how many times in my professional or personal life I was challenged by others who wanted to see me fail. You see, sometimes when we seek out opportunities for growth and improvement, it can ruffle feathers, even offend others. And at times, I've been attacked, discounted, my work sabotaged, my character attacked. I've been chastised for doing what I knew was the right, ethical, and morally sound decision. During these times, I had to dig deep, focus on my path ahead, rely on my faith, and remind myself of my worth and what I've been called upon to do. Onward and upward, I reminded myself. Get comfortable doing the uncomfortable. Don't view your challenges or roadblocks that inhibit you. Instead, view your challenges, again, as opportunities to rise to the occasion. Allow me to share some examples of challenges I have faced professionally and was forced to put this into action. I can recall being a new nurse, and I was in my first day of clinical. I was scared, very inexperienced, and had no clue what I was doing. I approached my first patient of the day who had an irregular pulse and was showing signs of instability. In a matter of moments, medical professionals rushed in, entered the room to evaluate the patient. I was scared and I felt highly inept. I wanted to help, but I didn't know what to do. So I stuck to what I knew as a mother. And I went and I found a wet washcloth, and I navigated my way to the head of the patient's bed and placed the wet washcloth on his forehead. I sheepishly apologized to the patient, and I said, "I wish that I could do more for you." He smiled and he said, "Right now, in this moment, the only thing that is making me feel better is you and this washcloth." There is beauty in being challenged. Another example involved a colleague's wife who was brought into the emergency department with sepsis. She was a young and healthy, vibrant young lady, but due to an infection came in and was in active shock. No one could get an IV. Her blood pressure was dropping. She was cold and shivering. I was called as a PICC line nurse, a vascular access RN at the hospital, to assist in placing a central line. Finally, after several attempts, I was able to get the PICC line in. I'm happy to report that she survived and she made a full recovery. Probably one of my most memorable experiences as a nurse and one of my biggest challenges involved an urgent call I received from the ICU to place a PICC line in an OB patient. If you get a call, any of you nurses or healthcare providers, to go to ICU for an OB patient, that situation is dire. As I set up my sterile tray, I looked to my left and saw an obstetrician with sweat on his brow, aggressively trying to stop the patient from actively hemorrhaging. The patient's blood pressure was dangerously low, and the nurses were waiting for a central line so that they could initiate life-saving blood and medication. I look to my right and see the patient's husband keeping vigil over his wife. Positioned at the head of the bed, quietly and tearfully, reading scripture from his Bible. I looked at the patient, who was very pale and very quiet, and I kept thinking, what if I can't get it? What if I fail? I had an overwhelming and sinking feeling, and I felt like I was up against the impossible. Then I realized something, and my anxiety lifted. I was surrounded by beauty. A team of people collaborating, using their talent in an effort to save a precious life. A husband keeping vigil over his wife, and a skillful doctor attempting to save the life of a mother who provided life to 6 of her own. I was witnessing incredible work before me and had been placed in the position to be a part of it. If we look hard enough, we can see beauty in all of our challenges. For many years, I served as a nurse within my own home. My husband, Doug, and I cared for my father, who had Alzheimer's disease. He was under my watchful eye for 14 years. After falling ill with COVID, he spent a week in recovery at a rehab hospital. The morning he passed away, I received a call from his nurse. But because I had been up the night before researching comfort care and ways to ease his pain, I had slept through that call. When the second call came, I rushed to be at his side. I ran down the hallway, but I missed him by just a couple of moments. I struggled with that for a long time, and I still, to this day, struggle with that. Many people have comforted me by saying that was probably my dad's way of protecting me. I jokingly replied that my father was stubborn and a little sassy. And he was notorious for sneaking out the back patio door and escaping my watchful eye. And the morning of his death, that is exactly what he did. He snuck right out the back door and right up to the gates of heaven. Get comfortable doing the uncomfortable and see the beauty in all of our challenges. If we're going to talk about getting comfortable doing the uncomfortable, I have a saying that's good to remember. Forget fear and be bold. Fear is normal, we all have fear, but we must temper it with courage. Courage enables us to step past the fear and toward opportunity. My niece Caitlin is here today. When my niece Caitlin was 2 years old, I watched her standing at the top of porch steps, fearful to climb down. She stood cautiously assessing and evaluating her descent, and as she grabbed a hold of the iron railing, I could faintly hear something that she was saying. So I leaned over and heard with each step as she looked down, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. That is courage in action. She proudly made herself down the stairs. Caitlin has demonstrated this same level of commitment and bravery as a young adult as she lives with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis and tuberous sclerosis, conditions that cause chronic pain and potential comorbidities. Despite these challenges and working 2 jobs, Caitlin is here today, graduating with her associate degree in accounting and is continuing on for her bachelor's in accounting this fall. That is courage. Get comfortable doing the uncomfortable. In closing, I'm going to leave you with some uplifting words and advice. First, have faith in yourself and in something greater than you. Be mindful of your personal environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and serve as your cheerleaders and possess a positive spirit. Don't make space for people who bring nothing to your table. Speak up for what is right. Extend empathy and kindness to others. Hold yourself accountable and keep your eyes fixed forward and your feet steady. Stay composed under pressure. Graduates, today is a celebration of your strength, your resilience and hard work. Go forward with confidence and remember, you are capable of hard things. Congratulations, class of 2025, IVCC. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Nikki. We are so proud of your professional accomplishments and how you've continued to give back to future generations of students. We appreciate you being willing to address our graduates this afternoon, and we're so thankful for your continued support of IVCC and our students. The next portion of this afternoon's ceremony is reserved for presenting a graduating student with the Frederick W. Matheson Award. For those of you who are not aware, F.W. Matheson, here's a little background. F.W. Matheson was a prominent late 19th and early 20th century local industrialist and philanthropist. He and his descendants embodied generosity and civic-mindedness, underwriting numerous public and private works in the local area. Among the most visible examples of the Matheson family generosity is the LaSalle Peru Township High School building. In 1952, the Centennial Committee for LaSalle described Matheson as a man whose generosity LaSalle will always reflect. Schools, churches, hospitals, public and private institutions, as well as the city itself, have all experienced his munificence. In 1978, the Illinois Valley Community College established the F.W. Matheson Award to recognize a graduating student who reflects the Matheson spirit. To be considered for this award, the graduate is nominated by an IVCC faculty member and must meet three very stringent criteria: high scholarship, a record of civic achievement and/or volunteer service to the greater community, and substantial service to the college community. This recognition is not necessarily awarded every year. It has only been awarded 30 times since its inception 47 years ago, and in years when it's awarded, the announcement is a surprise to everyone but the Nomination Review Committee and the winner. I didn't know the winner knew. Selecting a winner from some of the best is extremely difficult. Our winner this year has excelled academically and has been involved in a number of leadership roles on campus and in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present the 2025 F.W. Matheson Award to Emelina Koss of Ottawa. So here are some examples for all of you who don't know Emma, as stated by one of her nominators. I know this is very uncomfortable for you, but you deserve it. Emma has been an asset to the college through serving in leadership roles with Student Government Association, IB Leader, Project Success, and the Hispanic Leadership Team. Most recently, she was named as a gold member of the Phi Theta Kappa Coca-Cola All-USA academic team, which means she was one of the top 50 community college students in the entire nation. At the Illinois Community College Journalism Association Conference this fall, Emma won 8 awards for her work with the Ivy Leader student newspaper. So impressive. In addition, she has led charitable efforts that support the following community organizations, including Youth Service Bureau, Illinois Valley Pads, Special Olympics, and many local animal shelters. Please join me in congratulating Emma on this prestigious award. Make some noise for her. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Vicki Trier, Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium to present IVCC's graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. The Associate in Arts, Science, and Engineering Science degrees are conferred upon those individuals who have successfully completed a pre-baccalaureate program of study leading to transfer to a baccalaureate degree granting college or university. The Associate in General Studies degree is conferred upon those individuals who have completed a liberal course of study. The Associate of Applied Science degree is conferred upon those individuals who have completed a course of technical study leading directly to work or to transfer to a university. Certificates are conferred upon those individuals who have completed short-term specialized skill training leading directly to employment. Each candidate for a degree or certificate has pursued the approved course of study in the area appropriate to the degree. Candidates for the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in General Studies, Associate in Engineering Science, Associate in Applied Science, and candidates for certificates, please rise. President Morris, on the recommendation of the faculty and subject to the completion of all college requirements, these candidates are recommended to you for the appropriate associate degrees and certificates as designated in the program of the 2025 commencement of Illinois Valley Community College.
In accordance with this recommendation, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Illinois, I proudly confer upon each of you the appropriate degrees: Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, and the appropriate certificates as designated in the program of the 2025 commencement of Illinois Valley Community College. Each degree is conferred upon you with the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels from left to right. Congratulations, you may now be seated. Before we get to the best part of the ceremony, we want to recognize some of our students who have earned honors. Among our graduates this afternoon are many who have achieved academic excellence through participating in student honor societies and nationally recognized programs and organizations. It's an honor for me to be able to have this opportunity to recognize these graduates for their outstanding achievements. Students, as I present your recognition, please stand and remain standing until all recognitions are presented. And we ask you to please hold your applause until all recognitions are presented, unless you want to be here till 6 o'clock tonight. Phi Theta Kappa. Among our graduates this afternoon are students who are members of Rho Omega's IVCC's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, which is an international honor society. They are distinguished by wearing a gold stole and blue and gold cords. Please stand if you are Phi Theta Kappa. Alpha Delta Nu nursing honor graduates. Among our graduates this afternoon are members of Alpha Delta Nu, the Nursing Honor Society. Alpha Delta Nu graduates are distinguished by their apricot colored cords. Emphasis in Global Studies. Among our graduates this afternoon are students who have completed an emphasis in Global Studies and are wearing double red cords. Sigma Kappa Delta. A number of graduates this afternoon are members of IVCC's chapter of Sigma Kappa Delta, the English Honor Society, and they are distinguished by green and gold honor cords. Sigma Delta Mu. Graduates this afternoon who are members of IVCC chapter of Sigma Delta Mu, the Spanish National Honor Society, for the first 2 years of college, are distinguished by red and gold cords. Teach Unified. Graduates of Teach Unified are also members of the Future Educators Association and are represented by the gray cords they are wearing with their gowns. Project Success Trio. Participants in our Project Success program are wearing the red and black cords that are representative of the National Trio Organization. IVCC Foundation Alumni Association. Some of our newest members of the IVCC Foundation Alumni Association are also graduating today and are distinguished by wearing purple and white cords. Please join me, look at how beautiful this is. Join me in a round of applause for all of our honor student graduates. It is my pleasure to now ask Vice President for Student Services, Mark Grzybowski, to introduce the graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. Before I begin to introduce the class of 2025 to all of you, one reminder, please be mindful of your conversations in the gym. This is to ensure that all of our graduates can be recognized and their names be heard by their families and friends. So Commencement Steward, please lead our first graduate to the stage. And our first row. Yeah, that can go. Jenny Brown, magna cum laude, certificate honors. Addison Klein, cum laude. Delaney Young, magna cum laude. Nicolette Walsh, magna cum laude. Daniel Sack. Mary Lowry. Mary Lowry, cum laude. Switch mics. Trade ya. Diana Leonard.
Somebody's got to start us off.
Faith McCubbins, certificate honors. Brandy Meidel. Maria Reinert, magna cum laude. Samantha Blaskewitz. Courtney Bailey, magna cum laude. Leanna Sabajo, magna cum laude. Caleb Burrell, cum laude. Anthony Hernandez. Isaac Yanez. Jonathan Garcia. Alejandro Lopez, certificate honors. Zachary Pollitt, cum laude, certificate honors. James Sokol, cum laude, certificate honors. Lydia Dornick, summa cum laude. I know who you are. You're magna? Okay. Emma Garrettson, magna cum laude. Stephanie Rankin. Rachel Zemanek Pinter. Dylan Harris, cum laude. Jake Delaney. Kaylee Marsala. Bailey Ingalls. Stephanie Wormsley, magna cum laude. Brianna Sangaroth, cum laude, certificate honors. Kylie Kendall. Beta Benitez, cum laude. Danielle Lyons. Callie Rick, cum laude. Michaela Backus, summa cum laude, certificate honors. Liliana Burnaby. Kimberly Perez. Shanashia Balandong, certificate honors. Christy Hong, cum laude. Tyler Graves. Olivia Lund, certificate honors. Mary Sissel, cum laude. Tori Atkinson. Caitlin Johnson. Jasmine Leal. Gavin Ebert. Abigail Coons, summa cum laude, certificate honors. Hannah Salazar, magna cum laude, certificate honors. Madison Keffer. Addison Ramon. Deborah Langsfeld, cum laude. Ashley Dresen, certificate honors. Natalie Thome. Lillian Fisek, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Lawson, cum laude, certificate honors. Emma Borio, magna cum laude, certificate honors. Christian Yepsen, cum laude, certificate honors. Emma Wittig. Let's keep it in the family. Michael Wittig. Grace Myrtle, cum laude. Alexia Utsi. Elizabeth Shaw, cum laude. Emelina Koss, summa cum laude. Ashton Watkins, cum laude. Travis Doherty, cum laude. Alexia Gross, cum laude. Scarlett O'Connell, certificate honors. Karina Giron, certificate honors. Alasia Morales. Emily Lopez, certificate honors. Kaylee Paz, certificate honors. Grace James. Briley Holland. Ashley Kowicki, cum laude. Liliana Salcido. Erica Stewart, cum laude. Hannah Larson, cum laude. Logan Davis. Cole DeBosick. Blaze Arndt, certificate honors. Dean Einhaus. Shekinah Ridley, summa cum laude. Aaron Sendejas, cum laude. Charlie Burrell, magna cum laude. Syria Zuniga. Marissa Vickers. Brianna Keith. Kylie Winner, magna cum laude. Anna Mueller, cum laude. Jasmine Samolinsky, magna cum laude. Marcos Maldonado, certificate honors. Hope Yunker, cum laude. McKenna Boyd. Jonathan Clapp. Eileen Gracia. Talia Pantoja. Brooke Selders. Kayla Stone, certificate honors. Gracie Van Zuden. McKenna Despain, certificate honors. Bo Thomas, cum laude. Vincent Posey. Alondra Delau. Noemi Artiaga. Ashley Caraccio, Certificate Honors. Ella Martin, Certificate Honors. Cheyenne Jeffries, Certificate Honors. Haley Martin. Addison Miller. Libby Kovash, Certificate Honors. Gabrielle Henderleiter. Haley Bruce. Mackenzie Bruce, cum laude. Michael Shaw, cum laude. Leo Gutierrez. Megan Berg, cum laude, Certificate Honors. Lynn Kite, cum laude, Certificate Honors. Aaron Noble, summa cum laude. Yair Santiago. Rolando Eduardo Gonzalez. Andy Rivera. Morgan Stanford. Jake Girding. Dylan Hunter. Savannah Mann. Tyler Blackard. Lionel Perez Jr. Vanessa Nikisher, cum laude. Caitlin Lyles, cum laude. Eli Keegan. Ashton Collins, cum laude, certificate honors. Isabella Gibson. Keely Davis. Isabella Pecchio, certificate honors. Sydney Scully, certificate honors. Molly Mudge, certificate honors. Ella Sandor. Madison Rayberg. Emily Nee Tran, cum laude. Anastasia Mallory Sonogroff. Ashley Rohr, cum laude. Emma White. Jonathan Cortez. David Garcia. Cora Holloway, magna cum laude. Kumar Hobbs. Kamar Daly. Natalie Haynes. Kiera Ladson. I'm okay. Bailey Weston. Harmony Biggs. Anne Abende. November Rhodes. Cheyenne Getch.
Yeah, I'll still say your name.
Keisha Cortez. Camry Keen, cum laude. Sandra Shankles. Christine Seneca. Walter Hoskins. Michael Goodrich, Certificate Honors. Amy Goodrich, Certificate Honors. Flor Delau. Logan Zeglis. Diego Ortega. Ferdessa Zulberi. Giovanna Reyes. Shingai Manyonga. Miriam Vasquez. Emily Jonas, cum laude. Cassie George, cum laude. Ella Larson, magna cum laude.
Got a log jam? Log jam?
Spencer Samick. William Zenke, summa cum laude, certificate honors. Madeline Wall, magna cum laude. Sochi Solano. Marisol Felix, cum laude, certificate honors. Adriana Vercolio, cum laude. Sky Huff, cum laude. Taylor Combs, cum laude. Callie Bauer, cum laude. Okay. Madeline Pangersak, cum laude, certificate honors. Ava Moriarty, cum laude. Emily Nieto. Valeria Delau. Drew Deppenbrock, certificate honors. Gabriela Gonzalez. Gesundheit. Raul Alonso Campos, certificate honors. Julie Ochuba Neal.
As we close today's ceremony with a note from incoming student trustee Danica Skoma, I want to share a few moments of what makes this class unique. Many of our graduates have selflessly volunteered to serve IVCC community in the far corners of the world. We have a number of today's graduates who have earned both high school diplomas and completed a certificate, IAI, or an associate's degree simultaneously. Many of our graduates are first-generation college students. They're the first to graduate from college in their family. Some of our graduates began their journey as English as a second language student, which shows that education truly is lifelong learning. We have many who have balanced commitments such as serving in the military, parenthood, caring for parents and family members, employment responsibilities, while challenging academic programs of study. Many graduates will be transferring to four-year colleges and universities, while some will go straight into the world of work. Two of our graduates today will transfer to Northern Illinois University on full scholarships thanks to the generosity of our alumni, William and Diane Taylor. Many of our graduates will enter the workforce to serve our community with pride and begin their career. But most importantly, we celebrate all of you who have bettered your own lives, who have made the college and each of us so proud. Walking across the stage today is another example of your willingness to succeed, no matter the obstacles. Without further ado, please rise and welcome Danica Skoma, 2025-2026 student trustee, for our closing remarks.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to take part in this celebration of all of you graduates as your chapter here at IVCC reaches its end. Today marks a significant milestone, one in which you must recall not only your achievements, but also the journey that brought you to this moment. Your dedication, perseverance through each challenge, provided you with the opportunity to grow, and has shaped you to be the person you have become. Reflect on the lessons you have learned and what you have accomplished here at IVCC. Trust in your abilities, continue pursuing your dreams, and always recognize the power that you have to hold and create change in this world. As you venture into the next chapter of your life, welcome and embrace each new opportunity as they appear. Remember those who have pushed you towards this day, your instructors, staff, families, and friends. As you leave, know that you are part of a community that believes in you and is willing to support you. In the words of our former First Lady, Michelle Obama, you may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the power that you have and the importance that you have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. Go forward and bring your talents to the world, but most importantly, do so with kindness, respect, and humility. Congratulations.
As our program comes to an end, I ask that all guests please remain seated as our graduates and faculty process out of the gymnasium. We will have refreshments up outside the door on your left-hand side. We hope that you will take time to take photos with your favorite faculty and staff and with each other to capture your memories of this day. If you have the chance to thank a person who has made the difference to you, it will make a world of difference to them as well. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you for making one of the most important decisions of your life by choosing to attend Illinois Valley Community College. It's our hope that you have all you need to achieve every goal that you set for yourself. We have all been enriched because you are a part of our college community. We hope that your connection to IVCC and the people you've met here will truly last a lifetime. Congratulations.